Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ICTY. Want to get this one updated. It's made a nice move over the past 4 days, and it's done so on increasing volume, which is one of the more bullish things about the chart. I've been getting some requests on it, so I want to get this up there so people know what to look for from a technical analysis standpoint. So with that being said, let's just dig in. As I had mentioned in the opening part of the video, all this has been going on with what probably my most favorable thing that can occur. You can see that these past 3 days have been nice and green, and then you look down here at the volume, and it is clear that volume is increasing. And when you have increasing volume with increasing share price, there's no better relationship out there in the world of technical analysis or the world of stock market as far as I'm concerned. Because if you think about the psychology behind it, um, the price is moving up, but the more volume that just shows, the more interest and the more people that are actually interested and wanting to buy it. If people don't want to buy the stock or aren't interested, they're just not going to, and it's not going to show up in volume. That's why volume's such a powerful indicator because there's really so much psychology behind it. I mean, this just shows an increase in interest in the stock and an increase in people wanting to buy it. As it continues to increase, then you get the share price increase, and along with it, it's a beautiful thing. So I want to get this mapped out with some supports, resistance levels, and give everybody an idea of kind of what you want to see and so forth. The first thing and first area I wanted to start off, I'm just cruising along, is we had a nice little trend line break today. Let me move this out of the way. If you take the high here, and then if we draw this over and put it right there where we had this high, actually, the power of charting. I mean, you saw what I did. I used this point and this point, and then look what it did in terms of forecasting where this resistance level was going to be at. Price went up there and bounced right off that trend line. Pretty amazing if you ask me. But anyways, today exploded above this trend line, so this is actually going to be one of our key support levels that you'd like to see the price hold above. This was a resistance trend line. It was broken, therefore it becomes a support trend line. And one thing about this is it's dynamic, meaning that as time increases, this price level is also sloping upwards and increasing. So this is a dynamic support, meaning that once again it just increases as time goes by. So there are other support levels, but like I said, ideally this would be one that you'd want to see hold. Now, in terms of kind of must hold and what you should have no problem holding if the price does drop down to a certain level, is well, you can either pick or choose. Actually, this is what we'll do just to make my life a little easier. We'll just make a small little support zone, and what I'm doing is I'm taking this high over here at 0.0012 and this high right here at 0.0013, and we're going to create a support zone. And this is the must hold area, meaning that if the price happens to fall down here, this area needs to hold. If it doesn't, that's just going to show that something's not quite right, and that the chart's basically going to be broken if you get closes below this zone down here. If you think about it, and if this is a truly strong move, then if, and that's a pretty big if at this point in time, if the price comes down here, there should be people just going bananas wanting to buy shares. So if once again if the price comes down here and closes below it, that's just a red flag in terms of what's really going on. Maybe this move wasn't strong. Maybe this was kind of a head fake move where there wasn't any strong pressure behind it. So this is the must hold support area. This is the ideal, meaning ideally you'd like to see this hold, but if it doesn't, you do still have this support zone below you. Now flipping to the other side of the coin, let's figure out some resistance levels, and it's looking like I'm going to need to go to the weekly chart for this one, hopefully to find some out. So let's pull up the weekly, and you know what, it might just make, let's see. It's just going to make more sense to stay on the daily because those price levels are just from so long ago. So let's go back to the daily, and pretty much what we have is blue sky breakout territory. We did form a shorter term resistance level today right here, and this is just simply formed because it was a high of the day where the profit taker stepped in at 0.0027. So this is really the only resistance, and once you get back above this, you're in blue sky territory. Like I said, trying to pull it back and find other previous high resistances, that's just way too far ago, that's not going to be very accurate. So it's best case, at least in my opinion, to just call it a blue sky breakout territory. We do have this resistance that's been formed within the blue sky breakout territory. So technically now we do have this as resistance, but like I said, once you get above that, it's back to being blue sky territory. As always, keep your eye on the volume down here. Does it need to keep increasing? Ideally, yeah, that'd be best case. But the one thing that you do want to see is if it does pull back or go sideways, you don't want to see volume getting bigger than that bar. You'd like to see it, drop down to something like this, or better yet, something, very tiny. I mean, the tinier the volume on consolidation, that just, the stronger the evidence is that it's just simply profit taking, and that it's building a higher base. So, if it breaks up through here, ideally, yes, you'd like to see volume be bigger than this, but it's not a requirement. But I'd almost call it is a requirement that if you get sideways or downwards action, you want to see volume that is less than that. If you get a huge red volume bar, that's just going to suggest that there's some sort of excess supply or something going on. It's just not what you want to see. Overall, though, good looking chart, nice chart setup. Really liked how it was able to break above this resistance line today. Hopefully that can hold a support the rest of the week, but only time will tell on that. If you do have any other questions on it, please shoot me a message. And I'd also encourage you to check out bullmarketnewsletter.net. If you go there and sign up for the emailer, you'll be sent a free ebook, which has been getting very good reviews. It goes over tips and strategies on how to profit in the markets using charts. And with your subscription, you'll get bullish chart setups, trade ideas, educational things from penny stocks all the way up to big boards. So there's a good variety for everybody. And best part is there's no strings attached. We've been making our members some good money. So it's a good combination of education, making money, but yet it doesn't cost you anything. So it's definitely worth giving a try. One more time, this was ICTY. Thanks for listening.